Hello, I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my report, Jupiter in Gemini for Libra. This transit is going to take place from May 2024 through June 2025, so what we're going to talk about here will be in effect for that whole time. Jupiter has a 12-year cycle, so you can think back to 12 years ago and look at the types of things that expanded in your life then. We'll go into lots more details about how you may see this expand here later in the report, but I just want to give you this time frame reference because things that began in that cycle that manifested over the last 12 years, either you're coming to a completion or you're getting ready to go to the next level of something that may have been worked with before, or you're starting a brand new cycle along the lines of everything having to do with the ninth house, which we'll get into because that is going to be what is getting expanded by Jupiter in this time frame. Now, in order to make your understanding of this transit more complete, I suggest you additionally listen to my Jupiter in Gemini for all signs report, because that will speak to Jupiter in the sign of Gemini, which is not what we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about Jupiter in the ninth house of Sagittarius, which is where it is specifically for Libras. So you'll want to watch both reports to get a nice well-rounded understanding. And I will link that after the video, and I'll put it in the notes underneath the podcast and the video as well. Okay, so something else to know is that this is very much a seed planting energy. While it can bring great expansion during the whole year, if you're not seeing the type of growth and expansion that you're hoping, don't despair, because any seeds that you plant now can have 12 years to grow and pop up at any time. And so anything that you do can add to the future, basically. So, it's a 12-year cycle. This year is the seed planting time, and anything you do in this year can pop up along the next 12 years. Something that's very, very, very exciting, and it's only true for two signs, which are the other air signs, Aquarius and Libra, are going to receive trines from this Jupiter and Gemini transit. So the trine is the most favorable aspect in all of astrology. It's a 120-degree angle. So this makes this even more favorable for Libras because you've got this beautiful harmonious aspect that can bring things and just drop them in your lap or expand things you've done before. Okay, so when we've got Jupiter moving through the ninth house or Sagittarius, it's a doubling up of all of this energy because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So when it's moving through the ninth house or the sign of Sagittarius, everything is just completely amplified, okay? So the chance to have general solutions, international connections, immigration, that trip to a different country that you've wanted, that language that you've been trying to learn, that writing or publishing project that you've been trying to get going, your sense of adventure, long distance travel, which could be in your country. If you have a big country, like if you're going from Florida to Alaska, that's definitely a Sagittarius type of trip. You're looking for your perfect education program or expanding your horizons on any level. Getting to see from the top of the mountain a viewpoint or a solution, and looking at the bigger picture and having things click, and a renewed sense of peace and optimism that comes from that perspective. Public speaking, anything with your church or spiritual beliefs are all wanting to be enhanced. There's a very good chance that perspectives will be broadened and that your experiences, you could have a life-changing experience. You could get your fingers in a lot of pudding pies. Jupiter energy in Sag like to diversify. Luck and benevolence and protection in whatever arenas you're trying to get into are also more likely. We talked about excess, and so the chance of burning yourself out is always increased in the area where Jupiter is moving through. But if you've got it moving through the sign that it also rules, you really have to watch out for that, because the odds are that you'll be so excited about everything that, it'll be hard to manage and keep balance. But it is very important to try to keep balance. You'll notice the topic of freedom come up from the philosophical standpoint and also from a lot of other standpoints. Maybe there's an education program that you wanted to do, but it's going to box you in for a few years. Trying to figure out if that's what going to really make you reach your goals. Maybe it's worth it for you, maybe it isn't. Anything having to do with planting seeds. If some of these things are not manifesting now, you keep working at them, and sometime over the next 12 years, it's very likely that these things will manifest. Don't be afraid to go big. This is the time when you have the big gas giant that has all of that energy moving through the house it rules. It's definitely a time to really, really go big. And know that if there are any blocks to what you're trying to do, they could come up in a big way. But you can also come to the solutions, and you might change your mind about something which can change your life. So I've given you some dates that are relevant this month. If you love more dates and want to know the aspects and how they may manifest, then definitely sign up for my free VIP community at anniehelpsyou.com. Just put your name and email address there. And then when you're in the, you'll get the welcome letter. Then you click on the archives and you can put whatever month you're looking for, and it will be there. Then you can access my secret star portal, which has all extra content plus early content plus my written horoscopes and so much more. And if you want to learn astrology with me, including my basics course or my Become a Professional Astrologer Mastery Certification course, you can up-level there. You can go to anniehelpsyou.com/eclipses to understand the eclipse rhythm that's at play. Even when we're not in eclipse season, you can see what storylines are happening for the years of each eclipse story. And for my easy access player, go to anniehelpsyou.com/astrology, and whatever is current, this is constantly updating. So my podcast playlist will be there. My video playlist will be there. And if there's any videos that need timestamp, it will be somewhere there. If you're on YouTube, make sure you click the bell, because that will be how you get my notifications right into your inbox. If you're subscribed but you didn't click the bell, then you might not be hearing from me. But if you click the bell, then you can. And you can always look in the notes underneath the podcast or the notes underneath the video by clicking the little more button underneath the video title and then clicking more again to reveal the notes. So I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.